Hi, my name is Jamin Ferguson. I'm a developer advocate at PayPal, and in this video, I'm going to show you how you can retrieve an access token so that you can make calls to the PayPal REST API from a Node.js application. Here we have a basic Express app with a single test route that both logs and responds with our access token. At first, we'll be generating our token with the Axios library, and then I'll show you how to do the same thing using Node Fetch. I have a function called generateAccessToken that I'm awaiting here in my route. If we scroll down to that function, you can see that I use the Axios library to make a post request to the URL /v1/oauth2/token. That particular route lives on the PayPal Sandbox API that I'm referencing here in the base variable. Obviously, that will change in the production app to use our production API endpoint. For the data property, I have the string grant_type equals client_credentials, which tells our API endpoint which type of token we'd like to receive. Now, to authenticate this call, because we don't yet have an access token, we use HTTP basic authentication. Axios provides this auth property where I can pass in the client ID as the username and the app secret as the password. Both of those, of course, can be found in your developer dashboard. And you see here that I'm actually using environment variables, which I load from a .env file instead of hard coding those as strings in my application. Once we've waited for our request, we'll then return response.data. I'm going to hit the route once again so you can see all the data that gets returned. First, we have the scope, which includes a list of all the API endpoints that this token gives you access to. Secondly, we have the access token itself, which is just a long string. And then you have expires in, which is the numbers of seconds until the token expires. This is important because you can cache this access token and reuse it across multiple requests. So that's pretty much it from the output. I want to show you now how to do the exact same thing using Node Fetch. I have this other function here called generateAccessTokenFetch, and I just want to point out a few small differences between the two. First off, you pass in the URL as the initial argument, and then all the other options go in a second object. You'll see that grant_type equals client credentials is passed into the body property instead of the data property. And for authentication, you need to add the authorization header and then wrap your username and password in buffer.from and .toString base64. That's required to encode your username and password properly. The only other thing to note is that after you get the response back, you need to convert it to JSON by running await on the JSON method of the response object. With that in place, as you can see, if I update my route to use that new method and I run that in my web browser, which is off screen, you can see it works exactly the same. So two different ways to generate an access token. You can do it with Axios like this, or you can use Node Fetch with a slightly different configuration. Look out for future videos where we put this access token to use to actually start making those API calls.